The history of Thanksgiving in Canada weaves a rich tapestry of cultural, historic, and social trends, reflecting the nation's diverse heritage. Now, unlike its counterpart in the United States, Canadian Thanksgiving has roots deeply embedded within European traditions, brought over by Europeans and settlers. The first official Canadian Thanksgiving was celebrated in 1879, but its origins can be traced back much farther to the Indigenous peoples and the early explorers. Indigenous communities in Canada have long held ceremonies to give thanks for the harvest. These celebrations were not tied to specific dates, but were a seasonal acknowledgement of the bounty of the land and giving thanks to the spirits or deities for their generosity. Frobisher's 1578 celebration in what is now Nunavut is often cited as one of the earliest Thanksgiving events in North America, predating the much more famous American Thanksgiving by several decades. The French also contributed to the evolving tradition. Early French settlers in New France, particularly in what is now Quebec, observed harvest festivals inspired by their homeland's traditions, melding with local customs over time. These celebrations, like the celebration of good cheer, were more about gratitude for the harvest than about feasting, focusing on communal sharing and religious ceremonies. As Canada began to take shape as a nation, the idea of a national day of Thanksgiving gained traction. Throughout the 19th century, Thanksgiving was proclaimed off and on by local governments and later by the Canadian government, often in response to significant events or good harvests. It wasn't until 1879 that Thanksgiving was first officially recognized as an annual event, though the date did vary and was often combined with other significant dates like the anniversary of the Battle of Trafalgar or the birthday of Queen Victoria. The choice of date for Thanksgiving has shifted over time, reflecting both practical and political considerations. Initially, it was observed in November, aligning more closely with American traditions. From 1921 to 1931, it was actually held on the same day as Remembrance Day. However, in 1957, Parliament declared Thanksgiving be observed on the second Monday in October. That decision was both a nod to the earlier harvest in Canada's more northern climate and a way to set us apart from the holiday that the Americans celebrate. The 20th century saw Thanksgiving evolve into a secular holiday that celebrates the end of the harvest season with fewer religious overtones than its beginnings. It became more a time for family gatherings, similar to American Thanksgiving, but with its unique Canadian flavors. Turkey, stuffing, potatoes, and pumpkin pie became staples, though regional variations like roast beef or ham in some parts of Canada have also emerged. And cultural diversity has also further shaped Canadian Thanksgiving. With waves of immigration from around the world, the holiday has adopted and adapted various culinary and celebratory practices. In terms of public celebration, while Thanksgiving in the U.S. often involves large public events like parades, Canadian Thanksgiving tends to be more low-key and focuses on private family gatherings. However, that doesn't mean there's a lack of public acknowledgement. Schools often have Thanksgiving-themed activities, and some regions might also host community events or even football games, though not to the scale or the level seen in the United States. Modern Thanksgiving in Canada also serves as a bridge between autumn and the upcoming holiday season. This transition period underscores the holiday's role, not just as a celebration of harvest, but as a time to reflect on personal and national blessings, focusing a sense of unity and gratitude. The evolution of Thanksgiving in Canada therefore reflects the country's journey from colonial times to a diverse, multicultural nation. It's a holiday that, while sharing more similarities with global harvest festivals, uniquely embodies Canadian values of inclusion, gratitude, and community, making it a cherished part of our national calendar.